Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the Jonathan Hassinger channel. I, of course, am your host, John Hassinger, for this out-of-theater reaction to
Dune, Part 2.
Starring Timothee Chalamet, Zendaya, Sandworms, Josh Brolin, Austin Butler, Florence Pugh, Dave Bautista. Yeah, I've seen this movie now 1.5 times. I tried to sneak away from work at like 1:30 and see it today with about like an hour and 20 minutes left, like literally right in the middle of the movie. I get a text and I have to get back to a computer. So then I bought another damn ticket, watched it from start to finish. Wow. Denis Villeneuve is just, at the top of his game. So many visual shots in this movie where I was like, never seen that before. The stuff he was doing with that sandworm, I mean, they just made it look so real. And, I mean, you all saw the clip where he's riding it. It's much longer in the movie, and it is so triumphant. And I saw someone raise a fist the second time I saw it. Zendaya, she is just really great. I mean, the facial expressions she makes in two key moments in the movie, where one is just overly excited and one is just heartbroken, just devastated. And you see her face go from not knowing to changing, and it's just, I mean, she's amazing. Dave Bautista was awesome. I don't like how his character was jobbed to Austin Butler's, who was creepy. Bene Gesserit's one of like the witches of this world, kind of hypnotized him. And he's like, "What are those Bene Gesserit's? I know all your tricks. You better not be up to no good." I was like, oh, come on, stop. And I think I heard a snicker. Somebody snickered. Somebody noticed it also. It wasn't just me. Anyway, Christopher Walken was cool. I always expect him to mail it in, and he never does. You know, the star of the show, Timothee Chalamet, he's another guy where it's not that I expect him to mail it in, but I expect him to just kind of be the same person in most movies. And, the range that he's going through in this, and just playing this character who I know nothing about. I knew nothing about Dune prior to the first part, to part 1 coming out. So, this is my first experience with Paul Atreides, and he's nailing it. I mean, it's a guy who's rising to power, and at the same time, he's like, I don't want it. But it's also like destiny. It's like the feather blowing in the wind and predetermined. It's pretty, and it's just pretty great. The violence, tremendous. They didn't overdo it. Sometimes you're like, I know, I get it, but you could have cut away and I still know. You know what I mean? The villain, there's like, it's weird because there's villains and then there's like slow building villains. And I'm so curious. I hope they do a part 3. I'd be stunned if this movie doesn't crush it this weekend and all month. Repeat views. I mean, I've already seen it twice in one day. And I guess we're going to be getting into spoilers for those who don't know the books or the movies from the 70s and 80s. And, who hasn't seen it yet. So spoiler warning. For daily trailer reactions, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next week.